What's up, Big Back family? Welcome to another edition of Big Back Talks. Tonight is gonna be very, very amazing. Is that something you could say? I'm not sure, but it's gonna be amazing tonight. Um,
Yep.
Joining us, the one and only Crypto Jam. My name is George McPherson. I'm the founder and CEO of Big Back. And if you want to introduce yourself, my boy, let's go.
What's up, people? Log on. My name is Crypto Jam, and I'm the COO. Making sure everything good. And thanks for joining us today. You know,
Well, today there's a lot going on in the crypto world, right? So
yeah,
what's gonna
right?
be going on episode 11, because this is episode 11, crazy enough, right? But we're gonna talk about what's going on in the crypto news. A lot of headlines. So we're gonna talk about the top headlines that people need to know as far as with the crypto. Then we're gonna go into big back Bitcoin updates. We got a lot to talk about what's going on and what's moving in the ecosystem, along
Yep.
with big back Bitcoin contest. So we're gonna give an update, shout outs as far as for April and currently what's going on for May. And then to top it off, we're gonna talk about the DApps. Okay, DApps ready, rolling.
Good to go
Excited,
live. Yep.
exciting news about that. So, with that said, we're gonna turn it over to the biggest topic right now that's going on globally, and that's
Yep.
that's that big back. No, that's not big back. That's the Bitcoin. That's the Bitcoin. So
Yep.
let's push over
G.
to the screen right here, and that
Yep.
that just looks amazing right there.
Yep. Over
Amazing.
10, 110,000
So
and
we're
push.
at all-time highs right now, guys. All-time highs on Bitcoin. Um, and the crazy thing is, we talked about that, right? We talked about it. I know I spoke about it when we said once Bitcoin broke over a certain level, broke over 88, we were bullish again. Um, and it's been pushing ever since. We have some consolidation for a little bit, and then another push, consolidation, another push. So stocks don't go straight up. Crypto don't go well. Crypto is a different beast.
Yep. Different animal, my friend. Different animal.
Crypto is a different beast, but you could see the consolidation. Anytime you're gonna see crypto move, anytime a crypto move, there's gonna be some type of consolidation first, right? When it has a big push, it stop for a little bit, chill out, and then you see another big push. So you could see that on the charts with Bitcoin. I keep on want to say big back Bitcoin, man, because I just feel like our charts is gonna look like that soon,
Yeah,
right?
one day. Yeah, of course, of course.
um, with all said, yo, Bitcoin is at all-time highs, guys. Bitcoin is at all-time highs. Um, and the next stop is where
They say
was
like 117, 116. That well, they, based on like Fibonacci
right.
levels, be the next, level.
Right. That's the only thing that you have that you can go off of is Fibonacci levels. A next thing that you could go off of is just gonna be psych levels. So psych level for one is
One
gonna
for
be 115 is your next psych level, right? It
yeah,
cracked 110, and 110 actually, if you look over to the left, right, the last high was 108, 108, um,
no, actually,
108,
yeah, the last time,
right?
yeah,
Close,
one.
it got close to the 110 area, right? So in a sense, it didn't hit the 110 yet. So in a sense, it rejected right there. Now we're at 110. It can reject at 110 because it haven't broke over 111 yet, right? We haven't had 111 yet. So we
No,
can we can
yeah,
reject at 110 and come back down because this is a psych level. But if we keep on pushing, which we just broke all-time high, at that point we can run again. Okay. So you're looking at tomorrow, this weekend, we can be easily at 120 without a doubt, right? But you have psych levels to break, you have Fibonacci levels. People are going to be trying to sell in at certain levels as well. So you're going to see take profits And then what's going to be pushing the market is the people that are catching FOMO, the people
Yeah,
that were on the sidelines,
that didn't
because
buy,
the and didn't
that
buy.
didn't
So when they
70.
saw 108, they didn't buy. But when it dropped down to 70, and everybody's saying, "Yo, it's gonna push, it's gonna push," they didn't buy still. And now it's at back at the high. They're like, "Oh shit, I should have bought."
And that's like a 43% run up,
Yep.
from 74. So that's some big gains right there.
Yep.
So
So the
yeah,
crazy
but
thing is, this right now, I guarantee you, you're seeing CNN, you're seeing this all over the news. Hey, Bitcoin is at all time highs, and all the newbies are gonna be like, "Yo, you know what? Um, let me jump into it. I didn't get it this time, so let me go ahead and jump into it." And
push
then
it.
it's gonna push the price up, right? So it's gonna push the price up, and because you jump into it, you might jump into it with a little 5 grand, and your money is not gonna look pretty, because even if it go up 5,000, it don't look like no big gains, right?
But what's going to happen, because it's been very volatile. I don't know if you've been watching, but you see that candlestick right here? Like, you're going to have some crazy upswings because people are probably going to over leverage, and you're going to see some big wicks. Like, remember I
Yeah,
told you, like, earlier today, it went up to
liquidation.
107.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but the alts, though, the altcoins are definitely going to run,
Well, let's
So,
let's
what?
hope that altcoins is gonna run this time, right? Because we were looking for a big push in altcoins, um, when Bitcoin was running up to 108 and rejected, and we still didn't see much in altcoins like we wanted to. They did
Yeah.
move, but not no crazy stuff, right? Like, so, say for instance, what
This week,
XLM did a move, right? XLM went to 50. Um, it did like a 300%, because I know I got in. I have some from way back, but then I bought some more. And I got in like at 13, and now it had went up to 50 cents. So now it's back at 28 or something, at 29. So those, you're not seeing the exponential like push like some of the other coins. But even Ethereum, where's Ethereum right now?
Ethereum, I think, is at 26.
See, and
Um,
that's the thing, right? We're not seeing Ethereum push, right? So
It
it's
did,
like,
it did do something. Yeah, right here. It didn't break yet, but it
yeah,
did run up. Like from 1800, it did do a nice run up though. Like right
yeah,
here.
the thing is though, like I was saying, like once it hit 15, like down at that bottom area, like people should have bought. If you look left, see that area right there? That's your buy
Uh-huh.
level right there, right? That's your buy level, right? So I
Yeah,
was saying, yo, buy at that level right there.
yeah,
Um,
right.
that's a buy level. If you look left, that's like buy levels right there. So now
Yeah.
it's going back up. We want to see that push to all-time highs again.
You got to break
Hopefully,
here though. You got to break. Yeah, we need it to break right there.
right, which is like what, 28, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a good ways to go as far as with Ethereum. I'm just surprised that it didn't hit all-time highs when Bitcoin hit all-time highs. If it don't hit all-time highs within the next couple weeks or so, then yo, there's a problem. There's
But I
there's
think it
some
will, because we have to upgrade. We had to upgrade, but like yeah, some other, and the dominance has been Bitcoin dominance has been dropping. So I feel like alt season gonna creep up. And then you want to talk about, we had some top gainers this week. I think what Bunk did like what 73%. Solana is running. I think what Mutum Finance got some steam. Power Pool, for those who are into Power Pool, CVP, it did like what 150%. Yeah, and then you got Pendle, that did some runs. And then you want to talk about the whales? The
yeah,
whales, a lot of volume is moving into what? LDO, Lido, injective render, Sui especially. Sui has been hot. And then Shiba, Big Shiba did a big burn. I think they burned like 284 million tokens. So yeah, man, like, and then this time, like, yo, the alts this time different from 2021. They have like more use cases now. So, you know what I mean? I feel like alt season is delayed, but we still got you still got time. You still got more room, you
There's
know. And
and,
there's
and the thing is there's always coins out there that they're gonna outperform, right? And those are like the golden ones, right? You wish you could find all of them.
big back Bitcoin will be in there, okay? You
I
know.
didn't want to say nothing because we're not giving no financial advice or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of things coming, and I know we've been saying that, but there's things that we talked about that's actually out there that we came on and we said we're doing, and everything is happening how it's supposed to. So,
But yeah, don't give them the juice yet.
nah,
I think you got
nah.
I think you got some regulation shit to talk about. You, let's
so,
finish the board news and then get to the juicy stuff.
so right now, the feds, right? So the feds got some stuff going on, right? So let's talk about that. um they have what rate cuts that they might be talking about for third quarter. A
Quarter, yeah.
possible
If
go ahead, go
if they
ahead.
stay, yeah, if we stay the same, I think yeah, some cuts should be coming. Um, but Powell always worried about inflation as usual. But yeah, since what Trump ease off on the whole tariff thing and stuff, you know, I feel like we should be good. And then they I think they're slowing down on QT, so that's
Yeah.
good. You want to talk about the stocks? Stocks is your shit. I don't like stocks. I'm not a,
So I
I'm
mean,
straight.
yeah, so there's a little correction that's going on right now, but I saw that you're gonna have again before stocks will run up, you have to have some form of correction, right? So there's correction that's happening right now. There's little corrections that are happening right now. If we're getting bullish, right, you're gonna start seeing the other stocks start to push. I don't think we're completely bullish yet until because everything is all the same. Like Apple pushing, Google pushing, Nvidia pushing, right? Those big stocks. But what about the small ones? What about um those smaller stocks that's been stagnant over a couple of years? So you have to watch those as well and see what's going to happen with those. Now I day trade, so with that, I'm looking for opportunities. I trade what the chart give me. I'm not saying, all right, we're bullish or bearish. I'm bullish in the morning or I'm bearish in the morning. That's I'm playing what the charts give me. But overall, we have that pullback. Gold dropped significantly, so with that, gold have to do some kind of correction as well. Gold went up to 35, reject 35, drop back down. So gold have to go up, right? Create
Yeah,
a lower high to come back down more. Gold can't just
yeah,
drop straight to the damn floor. You got to remember that. So for it to continue to drop, we needed to pull back up, right? And then reject again and create a lower high and then start to come back down, create a lower low. And that will put us in that market where we could say, all right, we're in a bullish market because everything is gonna play hand in hand, right? Some stocks are pushing, like I said, Google pushed up today, but everything else for the most part was red, like blood red. All my watch list was red except from Google and a couple other ones. So,
bro.
um,
And another thing, I don't know if you watch this too. Like for people know, like it has an inverse. Gold has an inverse relationship with the dollar. So you see, like whenever you see the dollar index, coming down. Like you see here, if you can follow my chart, you see when gold run up, the
mm-hmm.
dollar index down. When gold went down, it went up, and now the dollar index is going down. Of course, gold pushing again. So that's a simple correlation, which most people that trade gold know. But yeah, that's just a little tip. Just throwing a little tip in there
Are
for
you
those
on
who
a
don't.
you on a weekly chart right there? Is that a
Yeah,
weekly chart for? Was that a weekly chart as well for the index, or that was a
yeah.
daily?
Mine sync. It syncs automatically. So yeah,
Okay, okay. But you see how right now on your chart, can you zoom in on your chart a little bit? Right. So you see how if you draw a trend line, can you draw a trend line?
Damn, you tested my skills right now. Oh Lord.
See that?
Uh,
We need a rejection. We need a rejection right on that trend line. Cause I already see the downtrend, right? So there's a downtrend happening right now in gold. Okay. So with that downtrend happening with gold, once it touched that line, you're looking for a rejection and then come back down, create lower lows. As long as it's
I don't
creating lower lows, lower highs, then we're still gonna be in that downtrend, which will be
really
an
like
uptrend for stocks.
you. I think it's just probably like correction because this is just like a simple, usually correction to continue up. Because like so what you're talking about is it like going up here and you're expecting it to reject here and come
Correct.
back down and do
Correct.
this,
That's what I'm saying.
and
They
then
need You need to see a rejection off of there for us to see stocks to go back up, right? But right now what we're seeing is now with everybody, like there's all type of people out there, they're gonna say different shit because they could say, yo, I see a bull flag on gold right now and all kind of shit, right? People will talk different stuff, but again, I'll say, like, play what the market gives you. If you're trading on a daily basis or if you're swing trading, play what the market gives you. Know your risk management, know what's going on. um know what your entries are, know where your take profits are, and just be careful with that, right?
oh shit, sorry to cut you off. We almost at 111. you
So
moving,
but the
boy.
big talk right now is Bitcoin. And once Bitcoin break a certain level, we don't know where Bitcoin going to end up. So, like, if you have Bitcoin, just stack up more on your Bitcoins, right? Every little counts. Every little,
Hmm.
right? But
Yeah.
also you have opportunities in other coins as well, as far as altcoins. You'll meet people that says, yo, they don't buy anything else, right? They only buy Bitcoin and Ethereum. Well, you're not going to get the gains that you're looking for. If you want to play safe and say, you know what, I'm not playing stocks, I'll play crypto, but I'm playing it safe, then you could play it safe in Bitcoin. But the thing is, them pullbacks on Bitcoin are nasty as well. If
They're
you're
fun.
able,
If you're a beer like me, and pullbacks are fun though. But
it,
technically, the right thing is to do is bullish. You wait on the pullback and then ride it up. Trend. What trend is your friend?
the trend is your friend, right? But if you're looking for, like, different, and there's a lot of great projects out there, guys. You just have to do your due diligence. Big bat Bitcoin being one of them. Gotta put
Okay.
that in.
Now to the juice time. Some other topics. People rotating a lot of VC wallets. They're loading up real RWA assets, so that's hot right now. Of course, AI coins. There was something about FTX liquidation wallet is selling. But like the dip keeps being bought up. So I don't know if people gonna buy back into FTX. I don't know. But Ton, Telegram token, yeah, the user base is growing, especially in Asia. And yeah, man,
Hmm.
shit's happening. So
So did that one just launch, or
no,
it's
man,
been out?
Ton been out. Ton been out for a while.
What's
It's
the
just now the TON. Now the it's growing, user base growing. I feel like some people say it's like a WhatsApp clone, but it's it could be the next sleeper. So we'll see. But yeah, now big back. I think it's big back time. It should it's big back time.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
big.
We spent enough on other things. So with
So
big bat,
yeah, I think what recently happened. So the DAO. So we finished the test net. We spoke about that last time. So the DApp is live. Um, the DAO is live. Staking is live. Next week, we're gonna have a tutorial of how to use the DApp with our developer. Revolution ecosystem. He's our safe food developer. He's not a part of the team, but he's our safe food developer, and he's well known. He actually worked on, if you guys know, Pengu, that penguin. He worked on their stuff. So we make sure we picked a really good developer. So you get to see him live, on direct next week, June 2nd. We'll put out the time later on. And then what? We just got listed on CoinGecko, so that's good. You know what I mean? That's a start. Coin market cap. So yeah, you can go on CoinGecko and see the lovely, see everything. We got everything. It looks beautiful. Coin market cap is in. They are a lot more strict, but we're waiting. Because as you say, we're still since we're still growing and we're relatively new, I know the community is still growing. So we had to hit them with a lot of technical stuff. That's why we made sure we had a DAO, at least a DAO. We had some swaps. So you can go right now. You can go on Big Back Bitcoin, whether you have BNB tokens or you have BNB or you're on Polygon or any other Ethereum tokens. You can just go over to Big Bat Bitcoin and just swap for triple BTC tokens, just like that. You know what I mean? So we made that simple, and you'll see that next week. Um, we submitted some applications for some exchanges, but we're waiting on, hopefully CoinMarketCap should get back to us in a few weeks or so.
Yeah.
And be mindful, we know that we're new, so we always have to expect rejection. And of course, they'll tell us why if that happens. But we have confidence that we should be good. And yeah, what else?
I mean, guys, you have
We
to think
popping up
about
every.
it, huh?
Yeah.
You have to think
Now
about
I
it,
say we
guys.
pop.
It's like for us, it's a process, right? And
Mhm.
with us, we're not here to say, yo, this is gonna take off right now, because a lot of our projects that we have is gonna take time. We
Yep.
have some exciting stuff, some crazy stuff that we intend on proposing to the community and want to work on.
Yeah.
But
We can
that
talk
comes with
about it.
time and resources.
Yeah,
So
we can
those,
talk about. So a little bit into that, right? So somebody brought up in the community about what's our marketing strategy, and we came up with a good idea that what we should at least put out something out there public so everybody know like what's the game plan. Even though the roadmap's out there, we could give a little bit more detail, which we will. Um, so just to touch into it, like what we're planning on doing. So build, to gain more awareness and to get some engagement in Big Back tokens, what we plan on rolling out first is more like a rewards program. So remember we talk about bridging food and fitness. So we're gonna tackle the food first, cause you know what I mean. Everybody love food. You know what I mean. George and smart investment. Kirk, they probably talking to fitness. I ain't going to the gym. I just lay it right now. It's not happening right now.
day
Um,
38 of 75 hard, bro.
yeah, but like, just imagine like just getting, having your food truck spot, like being able to eat your favorite food and then just earn crypto, earn big back tokens just for eating. You know what I mean? So, giving people free rewards, free tokens, let them getting aware, putting the brand out there. And it just starts from just one. So we're gonna start with the reward tokens first, and then we're probably gonna lead into an incubator. So we're like, who knows? It could be a chef that wants to have his own food truck, or a chef that wants to even go on what those competition. We could sponsor them. There will be sponsorships and stuff like that. And then when the community grows and the names get out there, where we go to conferences, festivals, and stuff like that, then we can go into the more technical stuff in terms of more utility. So, and in terms of the utility, as you said, we have proposals, but we're gonna do some provisional patents. So we have some provisional patents just to protect ourselves,
Yeah.
and some blockchain timestamping that. So when we put this out, at least they know, okay, Big Bat Bitcoin put this out first, and then we have that will give us time to be like, you know what, um, people can see, oh, that's the vision they have for real world asset. Oh, that's the vision they have for NFTs. We have stuff for GameFi. We have stuff for RWA, but since we're in the States, we want to have those provisional patents out in blockchain stamping just to make sure, we protect ourselves. And then, yes, so having the market strategy, we're going to draft up an article just pretty much explaining like everything we intend to do and how we plan to do it. And then, of course, we will be updating the roadmap as well. And of course, since we have a DAO now, you guys can go over to Snapchat. Let me put it up one more time. I forgot to talk about that. Um, Snapshot is where the discussions will happen. So if you go on here and follow us on snapshot.box, big back space, this is where we'll be talking about the proposals before voting. So, if you haven't followed us, please follow us on there. And yeah, trust me, we have a lot of things going on, and we slowly but surely. And then, of course, yeah, just join the community. You even have rewards, because what's coming on later, if you're a content creator or you're a food reviewer and you have a following, and you know some, you're familiarized with food trucks already, by onboarding them, making them part of the big back community where those food trucks can give out rewards. Hey, there'll be like a content creator incentive. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
they'll be
Because you're,
like ambassadors.
yeah, ambassadors. So, and then of course the food truck. Food truck. We always, we're big backs. I was telling my wife today is, like, big up to the whales. We'll never. I feel like big back is regular people. We got small backs first, and we're transitioning to a place where we're comfortable. We feel free. So we're not trying to take over the whales. Respect the whales always, but you can be one tier down. If you want to go whale, you can be a big back. And big
Big
back
back.
could be as simple as somebody who can cook really good food, but they just can't afford a location that they have a food truck. So they should be able to get rewards too. So we have incentives for them as well. So that's just part of the market strategy, just to get the word out and get more awareness and get people, you know, just sometimes, like even me, if I go to a restaurant and see that they take crypto, I'm more likely to go to that restaurant. Like even right now, you see me with my shisha hookah all the time. I go to that smoke shop just because they accept crypto. You know what I mean? So it's just stuff like that. And there's a lot more. George knows there's a lot
Yeah,
more coming.
yeah.
He said,
That's just one take, right? That's just one take. And like I said, when you see projects that's been out for years, and then all of a sudden you see that project do 3,000, 4,000%,
mm-hmm.
it's not that it just luckily happened. No, it's because they've been building in the background, right?
Yep.
So right now we're building in the background, but we want to make sure that we're doing certain things right. And then one of the most important things for us at the time was to make sure that we switch over to a DAO, because we want to make sure that you guys know that it's a community driven project. So it's not like it's a self thing, or no, we're open. That's why we're always in our telegrams, and that's where you can find us. But you know, we're here to listen, we're here to grow, we're here to make it fun, right? Big Bat Bitcoin is supposed to be fun, so we bring what people love to do, right? There's two things: it's either you love to eat or you love to work out. It's a yin and a yang situation here, right? But bringing both of them together, but also everybody likes to
And
go
hey, not everybody loves to work. Not everybody loves to work out, but people do walk. So that's another thing that's on our roadmap. You know what I mean? Being able to have doing physical activity as simple as walking, and you're earning big back tokens. You know what I mean? You know what I
You
mean?
had come up
So,
with, you had said something about a different one, but I don't know if we can say that right now. With the sleep one?
oh no, this sleep to earn. Oh, that one is gonna be, because that one is gonna be a little bit more difficult. I think so. The eat to earn will be first. then move to earn. The sleep to earn concept, which shit, I don't even think we should put it out here because there's none. But that has to take into consideration. Shit, you
Well,
just let me put
forget we're
it
saying
here.
anything. Forget we're saying anything.
Is where like because you got to take into consideration, the whole REM cycle and the heart rate. Not everybody wears wearables when they sleep, but some people will have their for instance, some people will still keep on like an aura ring. So what I mean. So there is concepts, but that will be like an optional concept. I feel like we need to focus on the main things. So eat to earn, move to earn, leading into RWA, having the GameFi concept, which is sexy. I love that one. Um, and then yeah, doing of course the AI stuff, the AI
Yeah, we
stuff,
got
and of
we got
course
some good stuff because even the
there's
other
a
one
lot
that
of utility. Will be a
there's a
lot of
lot of
utility.
utility. So it's just being aware, guys, and like I said, you want to do your due diligence when you're seeing projects that just come out. I'm seeing a lot of like projects that are meme coins that like doesn't really have nothing to it, and you
Yeah,
have
just
to it's hype, but also it's just a concept. And I understand with crypto is that type of thing, right? Crypto is that
and
type
not
of thing.
you got to be respect to the memes because I
Yeah,
invested memes too.
yeah.
Some of them
Whoa,
are
what? Memes,
yeah,
memes will do you right. Memes
yeah
will do
memes.
you right. You see what I'm
You could get
saying? So
10.
with Bitcoin, Ethereum, yeah, it's like yo, you're investing in the stock market and you want stuff to sit and go for a while that's a little bit more secure. But meme coin can do you right. You can wake up
I
to
think I don't. The thing is, I don't think you should trade. I feel like Bitcoin and Ethereum should just be any blockchain coins. I feel like you should just accumulate. And if you want to like be more aggressive, you like invest in the alts, and then you funnel them back into the big boys.
the big boy.
That's how I think we should go. Because hey, if Michael Saylor ain't selling no Bitcoin, I don't think we should either. Because he knows something. Kathy Woods knows something. And you see all these everybody doing these strategic treasury reserves now. So it's come. Trust me. I feel like remember years ago somebody was like, "Yay, the day if you go on I think it's Da Vinci's channel, right? He has this thing up where he compares how many satoshis equal a dollar, and I think it's at like 1,600 or something, not sure, but like imagine the day when one satoshi is $1, bro. Like that is crazy. All them wallets they have with all those satoshi crumbs, I'm gonna be opening all. You got like 500
Yeah,
satoshis.
yeah. When you have 0.0000, all kind of stuff with so
Yeah.
yeah.
So so
Yeah. I got a few of them all over the place. Cause you can't take at the point where you can't take them out because it wasn't value over $5 at the time, right?
yeah, you can't withdraw. Yeah. So
You can't
imagine
withdraw.
5,000 satoshis sitting somewhere, and then you go back as $5,000.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, and we got kids. We're doing, we do this. This project is for our kids. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So we got love into it. So I'm telling you. So there's a quote that say, "What patience stack millions or patience bring millions." So if you're not patient, this probably is not the project for you. Because as I said, like I am about being careful and growing slowly and not skipping steps. Because it's just like, hey, right now, if you build in a house that you plan to retire in and get old and die, you don't want that to be a piece of shit wood house. You want that to be stable to withstand any kind type of weather. So it's the same kind of concept.
And you
You know what
want
I
to
mean?
build it to make sure that it has everything you want in it,
Yes, exactly. So
right?
yeah.
So I
So, yeah.
mean, so did we talk about the recap for April as far as what we got in April and what we kicking off with?
Oh yeah. So April we had the big back. We always do big back of the month. So shout out to I think his name was Shy something, shit 23 or something like that. He's on the Twitter. He got his little back. It's not that big, but he won the vote. So this I think rolling out this week. The memorial. I think we might do something for Memorial too. I was thinking. I was thinking about everybody grilling for Memorial. What do you think about if somebody
Hmm.
can snap them grilling or post some form of barbecue, they can earn some big back tokens. You know what I
That's a good
mean?
idea. That's
And
a good
so
idea.
shit, my lip, yeah, my mouth just drooling. I can't wait, bro. Ah, you know what I mean? But yeah,
Yo, this
big
you
back
don't
in the
understand. This is a person that will drive 3 hours to go get some food.
Oh yes, you're right.
So this is some real talk right here. So
Yeah.
um,
So
but yeah,
Big Back Month roll out this weekend for May. So if you see any type of backs, and trust me, the big backs roll out every holiday. We go to our friends' places and eat free food. And so if you see a back out there, it's getting hot. So big backs may take off their shirts. Just snap a picture and post it on Big Back Twitter. You know what I mean?
listen.
Or Big Back Telegram. If it's a muscular back, you see a big broad back in the gym, take a picture of his back. He won't mind. He got all kind of lumps on his back. Some dudes got abs on their back. You know what I mean? I more got handles. I got some rolls. You know what I mean? Mine look like when you have some caramel porridge that got cold. That's how my back looks. So, so yeah. Yeah.
That's the type of thing like yo, that's why I said this project for us is fun, right? It means more than um just the name means a lot more than people think, and it's not no negative connotation to it. It's just all about fun. Um and bringing people together, man, bringing people together, two different forms of life, two different walks of life, but in a sense we all want to make money, so we all in a nutshell, our slogan is eating all the gains, because we all about making them gains as well.
Yeah.
So the gains gonna be there, the gains
Yep.
gonna be there.
And one thing I want to say, so if anybody watching, I don't know how many people watching, but if you know anybody that does food reviews or create content, or even anybody in the gym that's an online coach or do fitness stuff, like yo, send them over to Big Back Community. We got incentives for them to just grow the community. And I had this one person at work was like, yo, why are you mixing the two? Food should be separate and fitness should be separate. And I was like, you know what? You have a good point, but the reason why I was like they go hand in hand. I was like, if you have a like you, right? If you in the gym all the time, you want to have a cheat day and you want to cheat really good, you need a nice spot to cheat. Who you gonna ask? Who know where all the good spots are? A foodie, right? If you got a foodie like me, and then you start
Hey, that's why I say you think about all the good stuff.
if you got a foodie like me and you start getting slouchy, you start getting tired, and you be like, yo, shit, I need to get fit, but I don't know what the fuck to do at the gym. Who you gonna ask? A fucking gym shark. So it's good to have them together, so hand in hand. So when time comes when they need each other, because I'll never force nobody to work out, and then I'll never force nobody to eat heavy food. But whenever you're comfortable to change paths, we are creating that bridge so you can just walk over it. So that's how I explained it to him, and he was like, "Oh, that makes sense." And he's a big back. He is shit, boy. Like, that dude in Harry Potter with the beard and everything. He, yeah, yeah. So he
He's
was like,
that. He's that.
yeah, but
All
he
right,
cool, man.
guys. So the last thing we're gonna touch on is, I think we mentioned it before, but it's the DApp tutorial coming in on June 2nd, right? So we're gonna be doing that. We don't have the time as far as when we're gonna do it, but we'll keep everybody
Yeah,
updated as far as that. Learn how to connect, stake, and dominate with Big Bat Bitcoin, and the cleanest in UI and in DeFi. So like
yeah,
you gotta understand, like, we're careful with everything. Revolution ecosystem is who's is did our dapps for us,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it looked clean, by the way. It looked
yeah.
clean. It
Yeah, go
looked
over there, man. BigBackBitcoin.com. You can play around, connect your wallet. What we'll be actually doing during the tutorial, we're gonna actually like try to do a proposal, and we're gonna do a proposal, and people who go over there and stake and vote, you'll get some rewards. We haven't rolled out the official staking rewards yet because we want to test if how people like the staking, the smoothness of the staking, and pretty much we want real people who care about the community growing. That's why we do DAO staking first. So you will hear more details of it next week, but you would do have to stake in order to propose and vote. So that, and then that kind of give you, hold you, what's the word, I don't even know the word,
Accountable.
yeah, accountable, or it shows that you're serious, because not everybody wants to lock their tokens. Some people just want to vote and don't, just for shits and giggles. So
Yeah.
we only want serious big backs. So if you're serious, you stake, you propose, you vote, and it gets implemented if it's the right thing. So
And how long they have to be staked for? Just put that out. How long they have to stake for?
they'll hear next week, but there's different, like six. So there's six.
There's different types of stakings, right?
There are different time periods, and guess what? The time period has a multiplier. So if you stake it for 30 days, it's a 1x. You stake it for 60, 1.25. Stake it for 1.8, you know what I mean, and so on. You know what I mean? I probably stick for like 2 years, so I get like 4x. But
Yeah.
anyways,
Now,
but
when
yeah,
you say 4x, right? Could you explain? Is it four times the coin or four times the
yeah.
vote?
So if one BBBTC equal one vote, and you're staking, for instance, for 6 months, that one BBBTC will count as two votes. So yeah, so he will talk more about that. That's Zach. Zach, he's the CEO of Revolution Ecosystem. He's in Malaysia, so he gonna come and do his thing. That's this guy. He's the man over there. So he'll tell you all that good stuff. So it will be like a AMA for, we're hosting an AMA with Revolution. So if there's any other projects that listening to this that need a kick-ass developer, he's the man. So yeah,
There you go, guys. So I mean that wraps up what we got tonight as far
yeah,
as everything. Like I said, Bitcoin is in beast mode. Updates as far as big back Bitcoin. We got stuff going on, and we still have plenty more room to go, and limits to push, right?
and hey, and let them go Google it. Just go on Google and big back Bitcoin, 3 words, and just see where we're at. We're everywhere. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
It's just time. It's just time, right? I always say I want people to recognize if they don't it's just like with Bitcoin. People heard about Bitcoin when Bitcoin was 2 grand and they never bought. And now Bitcoin is at 110,000, right? Now, people before that heard Bitcoin when Bitcoin was 200 or when Bitcoin was a couple cents and never invested in that, right? Never even think about buying it, right? And now
yeah.
Bitcoin is at $110,000. Imagine if you had bought Bitcoin when Bitcoin was $2.
Yep. My first Bitcoin, June 20th, 2017, on Bitstamp for $1,200. You know what I mean? I'll never forget that day. You know what I mean?
Yo, so the crazy thing is, it's like when you think about that, that's how I think about Big Bat Bitcoin. I want
Yeah.
people to say, yo, shit, I remember when Big Bat Bitcoin wasn't
Was
even a
five
penny.
zeros. Yeah,
Wasn't
five
even a
zero.
penny. And now
Yep.
Big Bat Bitcoin is at $5, $10, $20, $100. What? What?
Mm.
so
Shit.
but with that, there's a lot of room. Is there gonna be mistakes?
Yeah.
Probably, but we're gonna fix those mistakes, and we're gonna work
I
on our
feel like
mistakes.
we need to make mistakes. I
Yeah.
don't ever think mistakes are bad.
I
Mistakes.
think I think what people don't understand is, you see, when it's a one man show on a project, then that person, everybody has this thing where they fear something, or they fear failing something along that line. But for me, as far as how I think, it's, I would rather fail and fail fast, because if I fail, that means that, in a sense, we're figuring out what not to do, right? So that we could correct those, so that we know that, all right, this is what we know not to do. So when we're coming out with the next proposal, All right, we know how to approach the next proposal, right? But the thing is, and I talk about this in my on my social media, is everything that you're working on works, right? Some people will say, yo, this is not working, the price is not going up, yo, this is not. No, everything is working. It's either working on you or it's working for you. Working for you is where everybody can see the project and see price going up. That's big bat Bitcoin working for you, right? But when big bat Bitcoin is working on you, that's the time when we're in the gutters. That's the time when we're digging deep, learning, and going through proposals, going through all those stuff, going through the DApp, going through the DAO governance, going through our projects, whether it's game and real
and
world asset,
getting rejected. A lot
and
of people don't know. A quick thing on that. CoinGecko actually rejected us first.
yeah,
We got a rejection from CoinGecko, and they told us what we needed to do, and
yeah,
guess what we did? And boom, we got approval. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
So
Yeah,
so people don't know, but I always say people will praise you for years. People will praise you in public for years of what you practice in private. So when we're doing certain things right now, we're doing certain things to develop Big Bat Bitcoin into what we think should be a staple piece to what we say is gonna be not taking over the whales, but we're gonna be right up there with the whales because we give whales respect, right? But we want Big Bat Bitcoin to become where your grandkids is talking about Big Bat Bitcoin. That's how we look at your great grandkids running around big back, but they're talking about big back Bitcoin in some aspect, some sense. When you hear that, you're thinking about big back Bitcoin. So with that said, guys, I think we're running over our time. But
yeah.
make sure you're following us on all social media: TikTok, Instagram, um, Telegram.
Reddit.
Make sure you jump in our Telegram group. That's where we're active. That's where you could ask a lot of questions and you'll get feedback right away. Um, but yeah, yeah. Anything else?
No man, everything good. I'm about to go feed my back. I got some food. It's getting cold, so I'm about to go warm and eat.
Well, bro, I got this left of water and I have to drink this in 50 minutes, else I fail 75 hard. And I'm not trying to fail. I gotta drink a water.
Wait, what you should do? You should chug it right now. Go ahead. Show them. Just chug it right now. Go ahead, man. You hard. Show us. Chug it. Cause you could have just left it live and poured it out in the sink and say you drank it. So hey, go ahead. Go ahead.
Bro,
Open that
this is a
and
lot
chug.
of damn water though, dog. Like yo, I
Wow,
normally take like this can do me 2 drinks.
oh, man. But yeah, man. Yeah, follow us like you said, and a lot of competitions coming soon, man. Wings contest. Somebody was suggesting we do a pizza day, so that that can come later on, man. A lot of shit. you know, I think Kirk wanted to do push up contests, pull up contests, and you earning rewards. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. You know what I mean? And yeah, stay tuned. And
Water
oh
done.
shit! Oh damn, you did
Water done. I'm a pee all night,
it.
but it's all
uh,
good. Day
uh,
38 of 75 hard, and that's how we gonna sign out. All right, guys.
hold on. Let me show them the shorts. Oh shit! Oh, hold on. You know what I mean? We got some. You see the short? You got the big
There you
back,
go,
big corner.
big bat Bitcoin right there, triple
Yeah,
BTC.
yeah. Oh shit! Hold on. Yeah, so we got some gear coming.
Yep.
So, all right.
All right, guys. See y'all on the next one.
Oh,